Here is the news at 10. First, the highlights. Governor Sanwo-Olu visits Beijing subway, restates Lagos State commitment to partner companies for infrastructural development. Federal government, United States partner on Nigeria's mining development. On foreign scene, U.S. strikes Iran-linked targets in Iraq and Syria. And in sports, Nigeria defeats Angola to reach semi-finals of ongoing 2023 AFCON. And now the details. My name is Mike James. In continuation of his infrastructural development drive and a vision to make Lagos better, smarter, and work more efficiently, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has met with the management team of the China Airport Construction Company, CACC, at its headquarters in Beijing, China. Governor Sanwo-Olu, who is currently in China for a working visit with some top government officials, also visited the Beijing subway specifically to inspect the signaling system in use in the capital city. Speaking during his visit to Beijing subway, the governor, who was received by the top management of the company, led by the general manager, Tang Zhu, expressed the Lagos State government's desire to equally have train operations with signaling systems that brings in the best with efficiency, safety and security, and the best technology that is available. Governor Sanwo-Olu said his government has identified the train system as a driver for the state's economic value and at the same time a veritable source of movement of the masses from various parts of the city. As Lagos joins the global community in celebrating World Wetland Day, the state government has called for concerted efforts to address wetland quality decline through wetland restoration. Commissioner for the Environment and Water Resources, Tokunbo Wahab, listed other means to include addressing pollution and cleanup of freshwater resources across the state. Wahab stressed that addressing the decline will also include increasing water efficiency, integrating wetlands into development plans, and resource management. He said the day celebrated globally on February 2 to raise awareness about the importance of wetlands and the best approach to protect this most productive ecosystem on the planet. Police authorities have announced restriction of vehicular movement in Surulere Federal Constituency 1 of Lagos State to ensure seamless by-election in the area. Commissioner of Police in Lagos State, Adegoke Fayode, made this known during a live chat on our Pidgin program to clear the air on preparations towards the election. Fayade noted that every officer must wear their identification card during the election process. According to him, movement within Surulere Federal Constituency 1 will be restricted between 6 o'clock in the morning and 6 o'clock in the evening. Fayade, who assured residents of the state of enough security personnel, urged them not to entertain any fear. He had this to say.
They should not panic, they should not be afraid. We have to be taxed. Our men are everywhere. We know the fear that is all over, and we are adequately taking care of that. There's nothing to be afraid about. We have said officers will wear uniform. If we have a team of, like, say, 5 officers in a vehicle moving around, we have said at least 2 of them will be in uniform so that once they stop him, the officer can come and say, we are policemen and we are not kidnappers. With ID card, everything. On the ID card, you can have every officer must carry his ID card. I've told them that.
According to him, in case of any infraction, the Commissioner of Police urged Lagosians not to hesitate to get in touch with the police or call him on 0803 352 1772, 0808 176 6655, or 0809 027 7714. And now to the rest of the stories. The federal government of Nigeria and the government of the United States are exploring areas of strategic partnership on mining development. Minister of Solid Minerals and Development, Dele Alake, described the United States as Nigeria's long-standing ally and strategic partner for the nation's mining sector development. Alake said this in Abuja while receiving chargé d'affaires, U.S. Embassy David Green, in his office. Alake lauded the United States' commitment to fostering cooperation with Nigeria in diverse sectors of the economy, stating that it underscores the significance of the smooth bilateral relations between both countries. The Defense Headquarters has lamented that the spate of kidnappings across the country has overshadowed the achievements of troops against terrorists in the northern region. This DHQ said troops killed no fewer than 185 terrorists and arrested 212 within last week. The Director of Defense Media Operations, Buba Edward, who made this known in a statement, said the ugly trend of kidnappings has deemed the light on the successes of gallant troops in combating the terrorists, insurgents and their cohorts across the country to create a safer environment for citizens. And among out the success recorded by troops, he said 71 abducted citizens were rescued. The statement added that troops recovered 222 assaulted weapons and 2,337 assaulted ammunitions. And in some foreign news, the United States has launched strikes on 85 targets in Syria and Iraq in response to Sunday's drone attack on a U.S. military base that killed 3 soldiers. U.S. CENTCOM says its forces conducted airstrikes against Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guards, Quds, and affiliated militia group. 3 U.S. soldiers were killed and more than 40 personnel injured in a drone attack at a U.S. base called Tower 22. The White House blamed Iran and vowed a very consequential response. Iran denies involvement, calling the accusations baseless and saying it was not involved in the decision-making of resistance groups. And in some sports news, Nigeria has defeated Angola to become the first team to book a place in the ongoing Africa Cup of Nations in Côte d'Ivoire. Ademola Lookman was once again the hero, connecting with a cross from Moses Simon to put the Eagles in front in the 41st minute. The goal was enough to secure a place for the team in the last 4 of the competition. The Super Eagles will take on the winner of Saturday's quarter-final duel between Cape Verde's Blue Sharks and the Bafana Bafana of South Africa. The semi-final encounter is scheduled for Stade de la Paix in Bouaké on Wednesday. And that was our news at 10. But just before we go, remember that speed thrills but kills. Avoid excessive speeding. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. X, formerly Twitter, Lagos Traffic 961. Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Watch us live on Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. And on YouTube, subscribe and watch all our previous programs and news on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration began a community tourism initiative? Well, you can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. And to end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. In continuation of his infrastructural development drive and a vision to make Lagos better, smarter and work more efficiently, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has met with the management team of the China Airport Construction Company, CACC, at its headquarters in Beijing, China. The federal government of Nigeria and the government of the United States are exploring areas of strategic partnership or mining development. We also told you that the United States has launched strikes on 85 targets in Syria and Iraq in response to Sunday's drone attack on a U.S. military base that killed 3 soldiers. And then in sports, Nigeria has defeated Angola to become the first team to book a place in the ongoing Africa Cup of Nations in Côte d'Ivoire. And for contact with the newsroom, send a message to Lagos Traffic Radio at lagosstate.gov.ng. That ends the news broadcasts compiled by Coyote Mafalashiri. Thank you for listening. My name is Mike James. Beautiful Saturday morning to you. Stick around, Lagos at 10:15. Victor Terry will be here for Maritime Today.